Hi guys, I am back with another review, and this time I am reviewing Faber Castell Art Grip Aquarelle Art Grip watercolor pencils for you. I'm going to show you a little bit of work that I did with it. I'm going to demo some watercolor work with this, and I'm doing some swatching and mixing so you can see how this pencil works and what you can expect from it. So first, a couple of facts about the pencil. The first thing you'll notice is that it has a triangular shape, so it's quite thin and it will hold easily into your arm. It's an ergonomic grip, as they say. I'm not really sure about how ergonomic it is. I don't really notice much of a difference between triangular shaped and round shaped pencils, but some may really like this. There are dots on the shaft of the pencil, and that will help you, not slide off the pencil. I'm not really sure how I like that. It's just I like using them, so it didn't bother me, and I'm not really sure if it was such an advantage, but maybe for some it is. If you have really sweaty hands, it may be a plus. There are 60 colors available in this collection, and I read some people complain about that there is not really good distribution of color among the 60 that are provided. I'm not sure, I can't tell you, because I bought these pencils, single pencils, when I was on holiday in France, and I had another set of watercolor pencils by Brownsill Sakura Design, and I basically bought colors that were not in the set that I had with me. So I sort of tried to make the whole range more complete in colors. So this is, and I always buy black, so this is not a representative set. This is not a 24 set, for instance. So basically I just chose some colors that I thought I was going to use. So triangular, they have an oil-based core, and it's a rather hard core. It's only 3.3 millimeters, so it's perfect for detailing, and since it's hard, it's good for precision, but also for layering with thin layers. You can really build up the layers with this pencil. It's mid-priced, so it's here in the Netherlands about €1 each, or a little over it, and there are quite a few sets available. And well, I'm going to show you some of the work I did with my set. I've used them in my bullet journal and in this. It's a journal I got from Mint Princess, and it's a bullet journal, and I chose one with craft paper, colored paper, but she inserted some other colors of paper in it for me to try. And what I want to use this for is as a book that I keep by my bed. And the first night I did anything in it, and ever since it's been here in my studio, so I haven't done anything else in it yet, but I drew a sketch in it with a pencil, which was sort of a diary sketch. I make art journals, and my art journals are usually illustrated, and it's sort of an illustrated account of something that happened in my life. This is a really odd picture maybe to start with if you don't know me. No problem, this is a style that I work in, and this is what I do when I work with color pencils. So as you can see, I've layered the pencil on very, very thick, very heavily, and that's one of the amazing things about this pencil that I really, really liked. The thing is that when you have this price range of pencil, you don't always get to have such a heavy layer of pencil, but it would just keep on layering and layering. And you know, color pencil can be tough sometimes in taking up a lot of layers, but oil-based pencils do it a lot better than wax-based pencils. And as you can see, it went fine. And because it can layer so well, it does tremendously well in mixing. So I really, really like that. Ultimately, the feel of this page is, you know, it's like satin. When you touch the page, it is so saturated in color pencil that when I turn it over, you can actually feel the page has become thicker. And I did not use any water on this. So these are watercolor pencils. So I will film a demo for you, showing you how you can work with these as watercolor pencils. But I very much recommend these pencils to use them as normal color pencils when you like a hard pencil with a tough core. And what I think these are especially perfect for is for people who like coloring in adult coloring books, because as you can see in all the details, I will zoom in just a little bit and show you a little bit of the details. I hope this is still a very sharp image, but in the eye you can see I actually drew in some veins. And you can also see that around the mouth, this is not a big page that I was working on, but you can see that, you know, for detailing it's wonderful. So I very highly recommend these pencils. Also, as you can see here, I mixed the skin tones, and in skin tones with the layering, it's just, I bet I can go over it again and again, even on this heavily saturated black area. So, to be very honest with you, when I bought these, I didn't expect very much of them. But working with them, I really, really liked. So, I think it's time to show you a demo and some swatching and mixing now. So, hop along. Okay, so to show you some swatching and mixing, I drew this grid on a piece of paper. And this is Canson Sagre, 110 pounds, 180 grams. And I'm going to mix it in two ways. In this area I will mix the color pencil as it is, and in this area I will mix I will make it wet with a brush so that you can see what the effect is with watercolor. Also, here on the outer edges I lay down the normal color pencil, and here these are the colors as well, you know, where they come together. So these are the pure colors, and I will also make these colors wet so that you can see the difference between this and that, and maybe I will also make those wet. I will just have to see how I'm going to do it. So first I'm just going to lay down quite a bit of color. So because these pencils are so hard, you can actually hold your pencil all the way here and apply quite a bit of pressure, because I don't know if you can see this, but here in my hand, holding the pencil actually hurts. So maybe I'm overdoing it, but it's very strange. Therefore, I was really surprised that I had so much breakage during sharpening. I have a hand sharpener that's really, really sharp, and I never have the problem with any other pencil. So just look at the difference. This is a color I haven't used too much, but this is breakage by sharpening. This is not by usage. This is pure by breakage. And that's quite annoying, isn't it? And if you have a lot of breakage, it makes a very affordable pencil expensive. What I like to use watercolor pencil for is for art journaling on paper that was never intended for water-based media. So if I like working with watercolor, but if I work on a moleskin, for example, a normal moleskin, not the watercolor sketchbook, then you know, the paper won't do watercolor. It will buckle and, you know, sometimes it will bleed. So when you use watercolor pencil, it's a little bit more greasy, oily. So when it's oily, it comes in really handy for that kind of work. Right, now we go the other way. So we're going over all of these colors, even over the... And I am applying quite a bit of pressure now. As I said, it's my personal preference to really saturate, to work with saturated colors. And I might go over these colors again. And you can see, I don't know if you can see that, I'll just zoom in. They do give off a little dust here. Can you see this? There's a little dust. When you work in layers, you will scrape off a little bit of the former layers, I think. But it's not a problem to me. Okay, but zooming back out, because I think you'll go crazy when you look at such a detail. Okay. But also, when you work with wax-based pencils, you will find that when you do have wax, when you do have the powder coming off the dust coming off, because it's a much softer pencil, when you wipe it away with your hands, you get stains. And I really like this color. It's the 155, and when you look at this page, this is the 155. It's the sky. It's a Prussian blue, indigo, but you know, it's also rather greenish, so it's more like Prussian green, Prussian blue. Oh god, I think I messed up. Yes, I did mess up. Oh shit. Sorry. I messed up big time. My color pencils turn around. Oops. So this is actually the 173. So this is going to be the 168. Ah, darn. Well, I'm not going to do it again because it takes too much of my time. But I will have to change these numbers around. Okay, so, right, this is going to be my watercolor area, and now I'm going to color all of these colors in once more on the color pencil area. very saturated area, I'm going to leave it like that. But now it's going to be interesting. I'm going to do away with the pencils, and now I need a watercolor pencil and a jar of water and some paper towel. And I'm going to colour in the swatches, basically, so... Okay. So, with just a little bit of water, I'm going to start here at the top. Look, this is supposed to be a waterproof fine liner. This is Unipin water and fade proof pigment ink. Well, when you're drawing on this watercolor pencil, the ink is no longer waterproof, as you can see. Oh no, I made a mistake again. Oh god. I'm horrible, am I not? I wanted to stop right there. Oh god. Oh, anyways. It happens when you continue your review after lunch and you forget what you were doing. Okay, so I will... I like that color, by the way. And as you can see, this is the advantage, by the way, of buying color pencils that are really good for mixing, is that you don't need that many pencils to get all these beautiful colors. Not every brand of pencil mixes this well. But these do, and these are great. I would recommend these if you're looking for a mid-priced color pencil, because these and here's where I should have stopped. Well, I can't undo it because I want to do all of these, and then I wanted to have this area as color pencil and that area as watercolor. Anyway, wow. Okay, and the yellow. This is egg yolk yellow. I love it. Okay, so zooming out a little bit. So here is the color chart, and I will scan this in high resolution and put it online on my blog, and I will put the link underneath this video so you can check out for yourself what it's like. So I will scan this in high resolution and I will post this. And then you'll just have to forgive me that I accidentally painted this area and that I mixed up these colors. But you know, you can get quite a good idea of what this, what these color mixes look like. The numbers of these colors are in here, so you can check out for yourself. So, final bit of this review is a little demo. So I will film the demo, and I already told you I'm not really good at this, but I'm just gonna give it a go and just see how it goes. Okay, so starting out with the skin tones first, and sharpening my pencils a bit. Yep, breakage again. It's quite a bit of breakage, and I do have a really good sharpener, so it shouldn't be happening as much as it does. And there's a lot of debate online about the quality of your sharpener and whether you should have an electronic sharpener or not. And okay, and I need the pink. So for skin tones, I'm using the ochre, the pink, and again breakage. And this, it really is breakage through sharpening. It's not like, you know, it's not like I'm doing anything really crazy with it, but it's annoying. And it's not just annoying, but I'm rather frugal when it comes to my art supplies, so I feel kind of annoyed when there is so much breakage. Oh, this is also, this is a very good example. I'll zoom in. You can see what I mean. The tip of this pencil, oh, it's, I think you, okay. The tip of this pencil is broken inside of this pencil. It's quite far down. So it doesn't break, it's not the sharpener that actually, you know, snips them off. So I think the core is broken. So maybe I was unfortunate enough to get some pencils that were dropped during transport or something. It's frustrating. Okay, right, so this is good enough. So now for skin tone, I'm gonna give the entire face a very light ochre layer. So you can also work, you can also pick up some paint from the tip of your pencil and work with it like that. Overall, I would say that after one layer of, you know, pencil and water, the tones are a little more subdued and less saturated than I would normally use for my own watercolor work. But overall, it's really nice to work with it this way, because, you know, what I like to do is sit on the couch and draw. I can't do that with watercolor paper because I can't work on my lap, but with this I can, and later you can go over it with water and make it into paint, and then add more layers if you like. So it's good. The paper is really good, so it's already dry. Last thing I want to show you is that going back over it with some of the pencil for some detailing and shading. That is something that is really great about working with color pencil as a, you know, in general. So, wrapping it up, these are really great pencils, a hard oil core 3.3mm, sharpening to a really good sharp point, so you can work into really great detail. It layers very well in drawing. You can, if you work on smooth paper, you can really saturate your paper completely, which I find impressive because I don't see that with many other pencils. There is a little bit of dust forming when you apply hot pressure and you work in layers, but by far not as much as when you use wax pencils. And it's got this grip, which I don't think is particularly useful, but you know, maybe some people will find it useful. And the only problem that I ran into is breakage during sharpening, which I used this pencil only once, and well, twice now, and this is the difference between, you know, I mean, that's something that makes this pencil expensive if this is a brand problem, but I'm not sure because I haven't worked with them enough to be able to say that. This is the only set I have never ever had another set, but maybe you can let me know in the comments below. I will make a scan of this. I will make a scan of this color chart, and I will make a high resolution scan of this so that you can check out my blog for extra information. And well, that's about it, I think. So if you want to see more detail, then please go to my blog for some more photographed information. Well, thank you for watching, and looking forward to the next review. See you again soon then. Bye!